G5Jefftv, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Please share this video. Support your boy. Support good content at all times. Now, this is the official prediction video for Dmitry Bivol versus Sullivan Barrera. It's the co-main event on the Sergey Kovalev versus Igor Mikhalkin card. HBO, March 3rd, 2018. Championship fight, 175 pounds. Now, myself, G5Jefftv, this is officially my 9th prediction video. I'm officially 6-0 with one draw. And my 8th prediction video was the early bird special that I did for Adrian the Problem Broner versus Omar Figueroa. So if you haven't checked that video out on the channel, definitely do so. Now, Dmitry Bivol versus Sullivan Barrera. This is a really, really good fight. Real solid fight. I think it's going to take over the card on March 3rd. And I'm going to start off with Dmitry Bivol. Dmitry Bivol, if I'm not mistaken, I think he's 13-0 with 10 knockouts. And he has a lot of buzz and a lot of hype with him right now. And even Andre Ward put a face-off picture with him and Dmitry Bivol on social media and had the boxing world going crazy for about 24 hours asking if Andre Ward was going to come back. But me personally, I didn't care about none of that. But Dmitry Bivol, he's a guy that hasn't had a lot of fights, but the boxing world is talking about him. And, you know, I put the lab coat on, went over the game tapes, and when I see him, I see a good fighter, a B-level fighter, but there's really nothing about Dmitry Bivol that really jumps off the page with me. And I had to separate what I was hearing about Dmitry Bivol before I started watching the game tapes on him, because it was like right after Andre Ward retired, there was a couple of idiots out there, a couple of dumbasses that said that Andre Ward retired to avoid Dmitry Bivol. And, you know, I'm not going to mention any names. Their names should remain anonymous for such foolery. But they know who they are at the end of the day. So I had to kind of get that out of my mind before I reviewed the game tapes, because I didn't want to seem biased. Now, I look at the game tapes, and he's a solid fighter. Like, he's a solid fighter. He works everything off of the left hand. Whether it's a jab or it's a hook, he works everything off of the left hand. And it seems like he has a certain script, and he doesn't go past that script. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's not a whole lot of variation to his offense. If he's going to throw any type of combination, it's going to start off with that left hand. And when I watch him, he's very methodical. He's technically sound. Kind of reminds me of a Earl Spence in terms of him being methodical and just sticking to his game plan on offense. But there's not a lot of variation to it. You know, it's not a lot of variation, not a lot of creativity with his offense. But everything just looks solid. You know, the power looks solid. The speed is okay. The foot movement is okay. Like, there's really nothing that really jumps off the screen with Dmitry Bivol. So I'm actually curious to see how he does in this fight, because he's really going to show me a lot either way. But just watching the game tapes, it really just, you know, I didn't watch him, and I nothing in my mind said special. You know, nothing in my mind said special. But we going to see what happens. Now, I'm going to move on to Sullivan Barrera. Sullivan Barrera, he's been in the ring with Andre Ward. He's been in the ring with Joe Smith. He's been in the ring with a lot of solid guys at 175 pounds. And he's been through adversity, because he gets knocked down early in damn near every fight. You know, and it kind of reminds me of Tito Trinidad. When Tito Trinidad used to be in fights, and he used to get knocked down in the first 1-2 rounds, and it kind of just woke him up. And it seemed like it does the same thing for Sullivan Barrera. But I don't think he can afford to get knocked down early in this fight versus Dmitry Bivol, because I think it's going to be one of those types of fights where just every single moment is going to count. Now, Sullivan Barrera, he's technically sound. He works up and down. Good jab. Everything is, solid as far as his game as well. Got an outside game, got an inside game. The power is good. The speed is good for 175. And he has pretty good movement. Well schooled. And the most important thing is that he has the experience. He has the experience against the big name fighters in the spotlight. And that's going to be huge in this fight. And when you have a guy that hasn't had that many fights, when you have a guy like Dmitry Bivol that hasn't been in that fight with that tough competition, the thing is, that type of fighter has to lean on something special. Like Lomachenko, he only has like 10, 11, 12 fights, but he's special. So he can get away with being young and inexperienced in the pros. Dmitry Bivol, I just don't see special, and I don't see what he's going to lean on in this fight when it gets down to the trenches. Everything's going to be new for him, and it's not going to be new for Sullivan Barrera. So G5Jefftv official prediction for this fight is that Sullivan Barrera is going to win this fight. And I think Sullivan Barrera is going to stop Dmitry Bivol in the 11th round of this fight. But this is going to be a really, really good fight. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments section. I'm trying to keep the undefeated streak going. It's G5Jefftv. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Please share this video. Support your boy. Support good content at all times. Appreciate y'all. Peace.